If you're looking for something yummy and quick to make for your families, try this fish fried rice. Hello, Valley family, you're welcome back. In today's recipe, I'll share with you on how to make this delicious fish fried rice. We are using mackerel fish to prepare this, and I'm going to use two mackerel fish to prepare this. First of all, we are going to cut up this fish and wash it, and I'm going to be deboning one. And the other fish, we are just going to cut it and cook it outrightly. So I'm just removing the head of the fish and the fins, so I'm just going to cut the fish right into it. We are trying to debone the fish. Just watch as I'm doing this. You have to use a very sharp knife to achieve this. So I'm going to debone this fish. Just cut the outer layer of the fish, leaving out the bone, turn it over and stay cut. If you're trying to debone your fish before cooking, this is just an easier way you can achieve that. And after that, we are just going to slice this up and proceed to cook. And the remaining part of the fish, I'm just going to cut it the regular way you cut your fish, and we will cook that one. And just like that, we are able to debone this fish. See how to get your boneless fish for any recipe. So I'm just going to cut this right now into tiny cubes. Season this with just salt and seasoning powder, and we'll proceed to cook. If your recipe calls for a boneless fish and you can't afford the ones that have already been deboned, you should just try this out. This is very easier to do and is way cheaper. And the next fish, I'm just going to transfer it into the pot. This is the remaining one fish that I told you about. Just add it into the pot. Add in some of your chopped onions, your scotch bonnet pepper. I use the red and the yellow pepper. Add in seasoning powder, some thyme. Go ahead now, add in some black pepper. You're going to add in more all-purpose seasoning, add in water that will just cover this up and cook the fish. We are trying to make use of the fish stock from this fish, so you just need to add in water to cook the fish. Once the fish is well cooked, proceed now to remove the fish from the water or from the stock. So I'm just going to remove this fish from the stock, and into the same stock, we are just going to pour in our rice. If you want the rice to have this very bright yellow color, you have to add in a little bit of your turmeric, but this is totally optional. I was going for that color, so I added it in. Adding some salt if need be, and I'm adding in more chicken seasoning powder. Just add it in, stir this all together. The stock is already boiling up, so this is the time for you to add in your rice. Any rice you are using is okay, but for this, I'm using the Nigerian rice, and I only washed it with some warm water till the water is cleared. So just add in the wash rice, stir this all together. Before you cover up your pot, introduce back the fish head that we removed. This is just going to make this to have a very fishy flavor. It's going to be tasty when the rice is ready. Mind you, we are still going to remove this fish. You won't have bones at all in your fish fried rice. So cover this up and allow this to cook. This is the right time for you now to fry your veggies as the rice is on fire. So into your wok pan, you're going to add in some vegetable oil. Go ahead and add in your butter. This is just going to add to the flavor. Allow this to properly heat up and melt. Add in the well seasoned fish. That's the first fish that will be deboned. So I told you I seasoned it with some seasoning powder and salt. So I'm going to fry this fish till it is properly fried. It has to be very dried. Once it's dried like this, just proceed to take it out from the hot oil. Don't be tempted to test the fish because you might end up eating all the fish before before the recipe is ready, because it's actually very tasty. Before we continue, I just want to ask, have you subscribed to our channel? Are you a member of this our wonderful community? See, we don't charge a dime for it. Just hit the subscribe button below. See, after frying this into the same oil, we are going to be frying in our veggies. So I'm going in first with some chopped onions. I'm going to fry these onions till it is translucent before we add in the other ingredients. And the next ingredients that we're going in is our chopped carrots. You just go in first with the ingredients that take the longest to cook before you add in the rest. So I've added in the carrot and I'm stir frying these on high heat, as you can see. So I'm going to allow this to fry for a few minutes before you add in the rest of the ingredients. And the next thing that we're going in is our runner beans and our green peppers. So I'm just going to stir and fry this till it just softens a little bit. We don't want the vegetable totally very soft, so you just stir and fry. So the last thing I'll be adding here, that's the last veggies, is our chopped cabbage. Just take a look at how I chopped this cabbage. If you want yours very long, feel free to do you. So just add in the chopped cabbage, stir this. You don't want these veggies to be bland, so adding some seasoning powder to this, that is just what you need. Stir this all together. The veggies are going to be tasty even when you eat it on its own. So I'm just going to allow this just for a few seconds before we now take this off fire. Right now, we are going to check up on our rice, and the rice is ready. So I'm going to take out this fish head. Remember, I told you the bones are not going to interfere with your rice. The fish head has just done its work. It has infused more fishy flavor into the rice. So just take out the fish head from the rice. We are going to now stir this to fluff up the rice before you add in the veggies. So just stir this, fluff it up, taste. At this stage, you just know that everything is just aligning well. So I'm just going to pour in these veggies to it, and that is how to make your very simple and yummy fish fried rice. So remember the fish that we fried earlier? Just add all of them in. So I'm just going to stir this all together, and this is what we have. This is already looking very good, and it tastes even better. The aroma from this food there, you should try it out so you can understand what I mean. This is just a burst of flavors from the fish, the veggies, everything is just so good. Just try this out, guys. You will understand. So I quickly served that a plate for myself. Just take a look at how this turned out. Remember the second fish that we boiled. Just fry this up and serve with your rice. So I added in some coleslaw and it is ready. Let me know if you've been trying this recipe, and when you do, don't forget to thank me because you'll be getting lots of accolade for this rice. I will see you guys in another recipe, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more recipes like this. Take care. Bye.